All right, hello, welcome to another episode of Understand Nation. I'm one of your hosts, Jihoon, and we also got Nick and Aura. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
What's up?
All right, so Bang wasn't able to join us because tonight he is actually at BTS concert. So he's going to be having a good old time there, and we have quite a bit of things to talk about with this episode. We've got Taeyeon's voice, Oh My Girl's fifth season, and Eric Nam's Runaway. So, Nick, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
So Eric Nam came back with a song, and it was this announced? I didn't actually hear a lot about it before it actually came about.
I don't know. To be honest, I just saw it in my feed and I was like, oh, Eric Nam had a music video.
It was actually on a list of comebacks. But
Right, yeah. I mean, was it pushed out by him? Because I didn't see a lot of news about it. I didn't see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the only thing I've seen was just on one of the news sites for how they do the monthly list of comebacks for the month. That was the only thing I had seen.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know if it was really pushed out, but it's there. He came out. That was May 8th. And I let's hear you guys' opinions, Jihoon.
I love it. It's a really good song. And the music video itself as well. So, Eric Nam, his voice is
Magical.
It's golden. It's very golden, right? And it suits this type of song very well. It's very kind of uplifting, right? And I gotta say, it's probably my favorite song by a male artist for this year so far.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed the song too. It was really peaceful, something I felt like I could relax to. Visually, I absolutely loved it.
Yes.
It wasn't using the highest quality camera, but it was using the effects, the camera. It was very reminiscent of I want to say early to mid 90s. And maybe even earlier than that, but I think the usage of the camera and the filming of this certain scenes were absolutely gorgeous, and it just gave a more reminiscent kind of feeling that really accompanied the song really well.
So I kind of had a different take on that because I thought that that visual effect that you were talking about from the artifacting was more I guess to me it felt like it was more simulating a camera phone, because camera phones have lower quality video than professional cameras, right? So
I mean, with the most recent cameras, it's a little bit different now because they're pretty high quality, I've got to say.
So
yeah,
from me, the biggest thing was the biggest thing was just how much of a just a chill jam it was.
yeah,
I could seriously see myself having a bad day, going home and listening to the song and chilling out. It's that type of song that
exhausting day.
Yeah, it's just that type of song that's it's refreshing to hear, because I mean obviously right now we're in a generation of girl crush. For girl group stands, and for boys it's all about having that powerful hitting song. So we're gonna see a lot of powerful songs come in, and it's nice to see we're finally getting some relaxing songs from boy groups and girl groups, and that that genre is still alive and thriving. It's just you have to look to find it.
Right.
Yeah, and well, I mean, considering where we're at in the year, do you think maybe that this is just kind of a preview of things to come for the summer?
Last summer, everyone was saying that that we weren't gonna have a chill summer. That it was gonna be a Crush concept. That because Crush was already kind of in by the time last summer hit, and so everyone was "Oh, Crush is gonna take over." But we had a super chill summer. So honestly,
yes.
I don't know. Do I hope so? Absolutely. I mean, honestly.
Well, I mean, they weren't exactly wrong. It's just that that crush that they were expecting didn't start till
around August or September.
like August, September, because that's when a lot of groups had comebacks with that concept, and even some had switched over to that concept. So, for example, April never did a crush concept before at all, up
Right.
until that their latest comeback with My Mistake.
Right, yeah.
So
So I hope that we have another chill summer, because that summer concept, that summery vibe, I don't know how much you guys know about it, but like Cards Ola Ola, that was a super tropical kind of feel, and I love that in summer. Because, for me personally, I'm not someone that has like really, really, really warm summers. And so,
right.
and I definitely am not in the tropics. And so for getting that tropical vibe is like the only like kind of break from like the cold. And so it's super nice.
I will say, like, last summer was pretty awesome. With what everybody was coming out with, it was a very good summer.
Yeah, it was
Right.
super, like, people were like just shelling out comebacks, and it was super nice to always have new stuff to listen to as well.
Yeah, so with that, I hope we're starting to see a bit of a preview with what to expect in the next few months with Eric Nam's Runaway, because it is such a chill song, and even the imagery, the lyrics, it's very uplifting, very refreshing. I love it.
It's so good. Yeah.
I think he definitely did a good job because Eric Nam's not an artist that like has a lot of comebacks in a year. Or
No,
my bad,
no.
correction, in years.
Yeah.
Um,
And he struggled a lot too to even get started.
he did. He wasn't really that well
Yeah.
backed at all as an artist.
I mean, because like he started with he had a one of his like covers. I think it was for Taeyeon's Eyes, Nose, and Lips. His cover went kind of went viral, and a lot of people were expecting that would be the start of something for him. But it wasn't until a couple years after that, huh?
Yeah, it was really a couple
Yeah.
years after that when he started getting popular, and that's kind of how the K-pop industry can work sometimes. You could have a hit song and then fade back into like non-existence for a while. But I mean, there's been notable groups that have done it, and then there's been notable groups that have become popular because of a hit song. And
Right.
so, I mean, that's kind of how that goes. Example of a group that's been popular because of a hit song is Momoland. Before,
They rode that train too.
yeah, and they rode
They
that train,
rode that
yeah.
train all the
But
way.
ever since before Boom Boom, nobody had heard of Momoland. Like,
Yeah, have you
their concept was even different.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, their earlier concepts was just so different.
It was an innocent, pure concept.
Yeah, a lot like
Was it?
what we saw with
Yeah,
like
yeah, it
SIS
was.
and April. Yep.
And then they moved to
Exactly.
this. I can't even call it a versatility. It's more like an indie jazz concept.
Yeah, once they switched the sound, or their promoted sound anyways, to electro swing,
Yeah.
which I thought that was a really good move. And who else? Because there was some other groups too that saw some success with like electro swing. Well, not group, but like Chungha. She, when she made her solo debut, she debuted with electro swing,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's a concept that suits her very well.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, usually the groups that have a big hit, they get really, really, really popular like that. But the problem is that Eric Nam just didn't have that. He for the first part, I mean, it wasn't his song that he actually like made and then got popular. It was a cover,
Right.
Right.
which is going to be
which was a
notably,
cover of a
like,
very popular song.
at the time everyone was listening to it.
Everybody was covering it. Yeah. Which I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I don't want to downplay his achievement. The fact that since everybody was covering it, because that was a really good song, or it still is.
It still is.
It was a very popular song at the time. The fact that he had a cover stand out from amongst the crowd of everyone else who's covering it, include like other like famous people covering the song. That is an achievement.
Yeah. I mean, my first, like, I guess, it would be Introduction to Eric Nam wasn't from a song. It was actually from What the Pineapple, which is FX's Amber's, channel, where he goes, "Your dog speaks Chinese?"
Oh yes, that's a great meme.
Yeah. So it was more of him being a goofy guy than him being an artist that I got to know him. But
I remembered him from shoots, what was it? He was a host for some shows. I can't remember which shows.
ASC?
Oh yes. Yes, he was. Yeah, that's what it was.
He was a host of After School Club for quite a while.
So yeah, if you have not checked out the song, please, it's so good. Do Eric Nama justice and check out the song.
We'll link it below, just in case you need an extra link.
Yeah, we'll do some of the heavy lifting for you. All right. So, all right. What do we got next, Nick?
Oh My Girls Come Back.
Yes.
You're so excited, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh My Girls Come Back. Also on the 8th. They came back on the 8th. And it was actually amazing.
What do you mean actually? As if you wasn't expecting that.
I mean, okay. June's gonna get offended. I'm not. Even though I've tried my hardest, it's just not a group for me. And
you will forever be a disappointment to me.
So it's just not a group that I can get into. It's just, I don't know. There's always those kinds of groups, but I listen to it and it's great. From a music theory standpoint, it's very bland, but from an actual aesthetics, visual, just from the singers' voices, I mean, it's all amazing.
So the song itself is bland, but the music video,
the music video and the artist's talent is really really something to look at.
So basically,
I like the music, I like the chords and everything. It's just it doesn't go anywhere for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Visually, I'd say it was. I guess I was gonna amazing too.
Yeah. I thought they did a really good job with how the song and the visuals was very immersive. It really carried me away into that fantasy realm that they were in, and it was for me, it was just such an experience. I love this sound, and actually, I want to say it was a combination of Luna and Fujisonu, WJSN, Cosmic Girls, that kind of got me on board with this type of sound to begin with. If you guys remember, I kind of talked about this maybe a month ago or so. It's kind of got that wispy, ethereal, fantasy sound, right? It's carrying you to another world, and their vocals, their vocals match this type of sound very well.
I mean, so for me, while I do like the song, I wouldn't say it'd be something I'd constantly listen to. It's not a song for me. But visually, everything was done really well. So I guess I'm more with where Nick is, where the song wasn't for me, but visually, the imagery was absolutely gorgeous. The girls really utilized the colors of the music video really well. Even though some of the colors really matched the background, they were able to utilize themselves to make themselves stand out, despite the colors being very close to being the same, I guess it would be.
Mm-hmm. So, I will say though, there was one scene in the MV, and it could just be the fact that I'm colorblind, but there was one part in the MV that was way too bright. I actually have a screenshot for the both of you for it, so that you guys can know what I'm kind of talking about.
Yeah.
This scene here was way too bright, but it could also be the fact that for colorblind people, obviously we don't see things correctly.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's probably our problem.
I mean,
yeah,
'Cause
that's
I-
probably what it was.
the scene
'Cause,
is really pink. It matches their skin tone like really well, so I wouldn't blame you, to be honest.
Yeah, and I see pinks and reds as yellow,
Yeah,
like really
and-
really vibrant yellows.
Yeah, I was about to say I thought that was the issue. So, as far as like the music video, my goodness, yeah, just even like the fine details with the overall sharpness that they decide to use, because a lot of K-pop music videos tend to use like a softer sharpness to the overall image, but the fact that they have it like a bit sharper for this music video does so well. Like it's just such a minor thing, but it does so well to kind of help immerse you into that world. And their outfits were beautiful,
Yeah.
very beautiful, and you know, it just like how we saw with Twice, kind of with Fancy, where they went to a more mature concept. With this, they also went to Oh My Girl went to a bit of a more mature concept as well. In fact, that was like one of the first things my wife said when she watched the music video herself. And for sure, like Arin, she doesn't have bangs, and you know, she's the Mangnae of the group, and so she normally kind of provides like that
Cuteness.
that cuteness that help push like that more overall youthful image of the group.
Yeah.
But with her hair the way it is now, without the bangs, and kind of just being the way it's set up as like a longer, more elegant, ladylike feel, it really did help push that mature image of the group. Like, it's just so amazing.
So, since you brought up Twice's Fancy You, I do think while Oh My Girl did basically do a more mature concept, it did give a very different kind of mature concept.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
well, I mean, it's because like Fancy You had a bit more of a sassiness to it,
right. But this is
Right.
more like
elegant and pretty
right.
is the overall image that they're going with here.
Yeah, over the whole like cuteness that a little bit of the cuteness that they had before instead over that.
Yeah, like I definitely see this as more of a continuation of where they were going with from Secret Garden last year, which was the comeback prior to Remember Me. And Secret Garden was actually the first music video that got them a win on the show.
Oh, was it?
And you know, I think they have a recipe for another potential win with this music video. It's already up to, let's see, altogether it's 9.1 million views.
Yeah, I mean, so every time I've watched the music video about 2, maybe 3 times now, and I've gotta say, Yua definitely does an amazing job at drawing your eyes in. Like,
Oh yeah,
like you can be paying attention to one of the other girls, but then, like the moment Yua takes center, she takes center. Like you notice her. And
what'd you think of Mimi with her lines?
oh, those were good. Those were good.
Like her voice, her vocal timbre, and her overall image. It really does. It's kind of like a haunting feel, but not like in a bad way. Like,
it felt more
she
mystifying.
did very well.
It felt more mystifying than haunting.
Very. Yeah, that's a better word. That's the better word. I couldn't think of a better word other than that. But yeah, you nailed it. Mystifying was definitely the feel.
So
You know, Oh My Girl as a group, they've been doing very well. I remember last year around summertime, it was before the Remember Me comeback. Their music video Windy Day only had like 4 million views to it, and now that I'm seeing it on the screen right now, it's up to 10 million views at the moment. And a lot of the music videos are starting to rack up a lot of views.
right.
Their popularity is definitely growing. It's definitely shot up a lot since last year.
Yeah.
So when they debuted in, I want to say it was late 2014. They really had a slow start, but it looks like from 2018 was definitely their year, and it's looking like they're continuing on. They're not losing steam.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, did you have anything else you want to add to that?
No. Let's move on to the next subject then.
Yeah. Aura, you want to bring it in?
Yeah. So, Taeyeon has recently released another solo called Voice, and it's rather than a Korean release, it's actually a Japanese release. So, what were your guys' thoughts on it?
So
I should probably go last.
Okay.
For me, it's not my type of song. And it was like that too with what was her last comeback was Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taeyeon's music is just not really for me. It's not. I'm not saying it's that she's a bad singer or that her music is bad. It's not to my taste. But vocally, she did very well, and her Japanese pronunciation was pretty good. It actually caught me off guard because I didn't even realize that it was gonna be a Japanese song. But yeah. Oh, what do you think, Aura?
So, I was a little bit surprised too that it was going to be a Japanese release. So when I first listened to it, I was going, okay, this is another Korean song by Taeyeon. Then I heard her start singing in Japanese, and I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? Like,
Yeah.
but so again, I do feel the same way as Jihoon. This wasn't my song, but her vocals were
Really?
right. Yeah. But her vocals were gorgeous.
That's so odd.
I was actually more fond of the visuals of the entire music video. I was completely enraptured by the music video.
I still have trouble getting over the fact that this wasn't a song for you.
Yeah. For me, I prefer her fine I and Y. So all the other songs that don't end in an I guess, or don't rhyme with I, just hasn't been a song for me. But overall, like, it's a good song. It's a good song. But it definitely took me by surprise. Visually, the symbolism, I loved it. I loved the symbolism of the music video. Where
the lyrics were good too.
Right.
Like the lyrics to the song was also, I don't even know how to say it, but it's very, I don't know, like it's I don't know how to say it, like not just like powerful or anything, but like there's depth to the lyrics. Like the actual song itself, lyrically,
yeah.
I liked it.
I mean,
it's very touching.
I mean, it's one of the few songs that I can decently understand. I don't understand everything, but I can understand some of the things just because I know a little bit of Japanese. So it's not something, because I don't know any Korean. So when it comes to Korean songs, I have to like basically have subtitles if I want to know what the lyrics say. But when it comes to Japanese, I don't need that. I can actually just enjoy it without subtitles.
And see, that's funny because I'm the exact opposite. Because like I know a little bit of Korean, but I know zero about Japanese. All right, well, so for me, this is like probably hands down, calling it already, my favorite song of 2019.
Oh, really?
This is hands down the best song of 2019.
Okay.
Like from the modulation in the third chorus to the chromatic movement in the bass, like everything was perfect. It matched her voice. Oh my god. It's so good. Like I watched it and I was like in shock the entire time. I was like, because at first she started singing, I was like, okay, it's Japanese, because I didn't. The minute she started singing, I was like, okay, this is not Korean. But I was sitting there for a second. I was like, hang on, I like this, and I started jamming to it. And then when the modulation happened in the third chorus, I was like, wow, this is really my favorite song. Here comes the music theory bit. There's gonna be a timestamp in the description if you want to just skip all of this. All right.
No, there won't.
All right. Oh wow, you're just gonna let him. You're just gonna make him hear it. All
yeah.
Right. So there's a lot happening from the music theory side. But the biggest thing that stood out to me is the unicorda pedal. It's a pedal on the piano, because there's a piano backing in there, and basically it hits the string of a piano with a different part of the mallet, so it makes a softer sound. And the backing track for this was very, I'm not going to call it aggressive, but it was slightly more aggressive for a for a song that I really expected coming from her. And honestly, to use an unicorda pedal inside of a harder hitting track like that is genius, because it gives this it matches her voice more than it does the track. It makes it stand out a lot more.
So what do you think of her vocals?
Oh, her vocals were amazing. It was she has a great ability to change her timbre, but also at the same time changing her dynamics, and that's a very hard thing to do as a musician. Changing two unique parts about your voice at the same time is very difficult, but she just makes it effortless. There's times, for example, during the bridge of this song where she's singing very quiet, she's singing with a higher timbre, and then there's times during the chorus where she's singing with a lower timbre, much more powerful, and that really, really impressed me. I was actually shook.
See, because I just didn't, I just couldn't get into her vocals. That was a problem for me.
I mean, for me, I really enjoyed her vocals.
From what I noticed with similar groups between Yujihoon, is that those groups, they don't change their vocal timbre at all. When they're singing, their timbre stays the same. Their timbre specifically, their dynamics change a lot. Obviously, you have to change for the bridge, you have to change for the breakdown, whatever. But the timbre of the individuals don't change a lot inside your groups. So that might have been what threw you off.
I don't know, because so if you remember from Loveholic, what do you think of that?
I'm not sure I remember what you're talking about.
It was one of the songs it's that older duo from 2006. Flower Pot for the song. It's a single female vocalist with primarily a piano background. You said you loved it.
Yeah, I have a really bad memory. You can't
okay.
Unless it really, really stood out to me.
So then what about IU's ending scene? Because that's also one of my top favorite songs.
Okay. IU's ending scene, IU is a vocalist that similarly does not change vocal timbre. IU is that type of vocalist where she literally does not care if people hate her music. She's gonna make music regardless. She's super popular because she has this, not only that, okay, let's be real, that weird aura around her. But anyway,
yeah, because she has the ability to draw you in with her voice. She draws you into her atmosphere.
Right.
And I couldn't get myself pulled in with Taeyeon on the song.
So it could be the vocal timbre, or it could just be that it just really didn't stand out to you. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I really loved it because the chord progression, the chord progression and the modulation. The modulation was great because normal modulations, the way they work is, let's say you have a key of D minor, right? Which is actually what Taeyeon's song is in. And you usually modulate to the next highest key up. So, for example, we'd be modulating to A minor, right? But they modulated to A major, a completely different key. But her voice it connected those two together because she did a modulation for it, but also it's just the genius work of whoever wrote the song or whoever composed the song. And so, I mean, it could just not be your song, man. It happens.
Yeah, because like her vocal timbre, it just it's for similar for other singers with a similar vocal timbre. I don't know. So for me it kind of feels boring.
So you've liked her other songs before, though, right?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. Well.
No. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, and for me, I always just thought that it was just the type of song it was. I mean, just like with this one, like this type of song, I don't know, it just doesn't really resonate with me. But then, like
it's very poppy, very poppy.
Yeah, I feel like.
But I mean, like
Taeyeon just isn't Jihoon's style.
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just hard though, because like for other artists, or there are other songs out there that I like that are similar in feel and sound to the song, but this one just doesn't grab me, and I think it's just her vocals. It just doesn't resonate with me.
It could be that.
And it's really, for me, like it is such a struggle for me too, because like she was my bias in Sonyushide.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I loved her.
Okay.
And I loved her powerful vocals, that she would belt out, right, and their group songs, or even like in her slower songs, like it's just some of the imagery and the details that she was able to put into her vocals.
I mean,
and I don't know, it just doesn't get me.
I mean, for me, when it comes to her solo work, I feel like you really get more of her personality, and I love how she does her solo work, you feel what she's trying to
convey.
Yeah, convey. I don't know why I wanted to say portray, but even visually portraying wise, you also definitely get a huge feel of her personality. Like for this one, how it shows off like 4 or 5 of her, I don't remember. And then some of them, most of the copies of her have the same outfit, but then
yes,
one of them, it shows like how she's different, and you kind of get the feel of how, I want to say, how she is not fully together, even though for the most part, how it looks, she's really put together, but deep down in the center, something is different. Something is different. And I thought, at least for voice, the symbolism was really beautiful, and she pulled it off incredibly well to match her voice. But I absolutely love the video of the music video part of the side. I was okay with the song overall, but I did also love her voice for the music video.
I think what it is for me is maybe it's just that I got burnt out on her type of vocal timbre, because like way back in the day, this would be more of something that I would love. Like I'm talking about like 20 years ago now.
I mean,
and I don't know, like at some point, like it became not my thing anymore, and like even like artists I used to love, I can't stand to really listen to anymore.
I mean, another thing is that you have said that you've kind of grown away from Son Yoshide, because like with their solo work, you haven't really listened to or enjoyed their solo work.
No.
So I think it might be just another thing, maybe because of your growth away from the group itself.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just that hang up from that thing with Jessica. But like even then, like I'm thinking of like Kwon. Like
Mm-hmm.
I really used to love. Like she was like my first like idol that like could say I stand her, and I want everything that she has. She has released and whatever, and then I don't know, like I guess I kind of just got burnt out on that.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. You know, we grow up.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess that's part of the reason why I like groups so much now, because there's so many different varieties of vocalists that it just keeps it fresh for me throughout the song. So yeah, wow, we really spent a lot of time on this because so for me, right, again, it's not that I hate it or anything like that, or I'm saying that it's bad. It's just not for me. And the reason why I spent so long being hung up on this part is because I really want to know what it is that about the song that just doesn't grab me, and it really bugs me, as you guys can tell.
Right. Yeah.
So, so yeah, Nick, did you have anything else you want to add on to that, or to this video? Any comments?
Um, I don't have any ending comments for this. Just that I really, honestly hope someone can top this song. I don't think it's gonna be possible for me, but
Well, what you are?
I really hope we see a lot of good stuff come in.
I don't have anything else to say other than don't take our word for it. Watch it for yourself. Watch all of these music videos for yourself, to be honest, and form your own opinion.
Yeah.
I most recommend Eric Nam's music video personally. And then second would be Taeyeon's. I'm sorry, but Oh My Girl is third in my recommendation for this week's music videos that we talked about.
Oh My Girl's my top. I don't care what you guys say. I'm holding it down
And
with Oh My Girl.
and Taeyeon is my top. So
But Eric Nam is a close second. It's such a good song.
absolutely.
Such a good song. So, in fact, I'm gonna buy the album as soon as we're done recording this. So.
Jihoon's going on another purchase spree.
Oh yeah, actually,
Oh no.
so I just got the notification that my latest shipment had shipped out. Was it last night? I can't remember how many albums. It's like 6 albums, I think it was. So,
All right.
Oh My Girl's among them.
Before we go into a whole conversation of buying stuff, we're in the video here. I'm saving all of our listeners from another, hey, this is what we bought section, okay? I'm saving, and I'm slightly saving Nick.
Thanks.
Oh no, that's all. I was gonna leave it at that. That's all. The only thing I was gonna add to that was that Oh My Girl's among them, and I forgot what the next segue was gonna be for that. Thanks, Aura.
No problem. So now let's go into our quick shots then.
Or the quick shots? Yeah.
Yeah, quick shots.
Take it away, Nick.
All right, so we're gonna start off with the sad news of the quick shots, and I just closed out of the article. Wow, I'm great at this, aren't I?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Fantastic.
No, I didn't. Got it. Saved. All right. So just recently, on May 5th, former Beatles member Han Ji-sung, who was like currently active as an actress, was killed in a car accident on the freeway. Reports state that she was hit by 2 speeding cars after parking and getting out of the car. And she first debuted as a K-pop idol in 2010 as a member of Beatles under the stage name Soe, one of the two. And after disbandment of the group, she began her career as an actress, appearing in various dramas such as Second to Last Love and Happy Sisters, and she also played a role. She also played a role in the upcoming movie One Punch. So, everyone at Idol Stan Nation, our condolences go out to her family.
It's always sad.
May she rest in peace.
That's just terrible to go.
So, Aura, you want to go ahead and pick up with yours?
Yeah, while this isn't as sad. Let's, I guess, slightly make it a little bit brighter. Takeuchi Miyu has done her final handshake event, which means she is finally fully graduated from AKB48. Which I know Jihoon has been excited about since who knows when. So she is now she's been signed with Mystic Entertainment, which is the same entertainment company as Brown Eyed Girls, I believe it was. And
yes.
So
if I'm wrong, we'll correct it afterwards.
Right. So she is now done with AKB. She held her last concert I think a couple of months ago. So it was just this last handshake event that was holding it back. But she got to finally say goodbye to her final goodbyes to her fans that have been supporting her for the last, I believe, 9 years. So yeah, congratulations to Takeuchi Miyu. And, we all look forward to seeing her debut again.
Yeah, because, it doesn't have to be, that doesn't have to be considered sad news. You can consider that her closing out that chapter of her career as she starts her new exciting chapter that she's about to undertake. So,
I call it bittersweet.
Yes, congratulations.
I call it bittersweet.
So, yeah, she's definitely someone that I'm looking forward to as well. I love her voice. So, so for the next piece, we got Lovelyz. So Lovelyz announced their comeback for the 20th of May, and they are another group that they debuted around the same time as Oh My Girl, and Lovelyz, just like their name, they've always kind of maintained this pure, pretty, lovely concept, and they've held that stable throughout their career. And their last comeback with Sanctuary, I believe that was last November, kind of took them back to a more mature concept. And it looks like from the teaser photos that they will be continuing on with that, but also taking it a bit further with that mature concept. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've always loved their sound, and hopefully you're all looking forward to it as well.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to talk about any other comebacks coming up in the next week or so?
Did you have any? Did you want?
Bandit's coming back.
Are they?
Yes. Already.
Wow.
Already, yeah. It's not been long since their what was it, debut? Yeah.
And then
since their actual debut, and they're already coming back with something else, which is super exciting. But they've also must have worked very hard to get that out.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Unless it could be a single, but I think it's going to be a full album.
Oh, already?
Or not like a mini album. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man,
a full. Oh no. Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Didn't Cherry Bullet also announce a comeback?
Yes. So Cherry Bullet announced their comeback for May 22nd at 6 p.m. So
man,
that will be Cherry Bullet will also be coming back as well. So that will definitely be exciting to see.
Oh yes, because we all really loved their debut.
Yeah.
And all of us except for Aura bought their album right away.
You don't have to throw me under the bus.
At this point, I don't think I did either.
Haha!
You're always finding new ways to disappoint me, aren't you?
Okay, when you buy $700 in albums, you don't remember which ones you bought at this point. And then Ladies Code comeback.
Bro, when was the last time they had a comeback?
Oh, it's
been a while. A few years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, because they debuted all the way back in 2013, and it's been quite a long time since they've actually done a comeback. I think they were on solo activities all of 2017 and all of 2018. So 2016 would be their last return, and they returned as a trio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was after they had that car accident as well.
Yeah, that really bad car accident.
Yeah. So, So, just let me know, folks. Please, 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 when you're driving, be safe.
Yeah.
Please, everyone, be safe.
Not just for yourself, but for the people around you. All right.
And for us, we love you too.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing but love for all of you. So, Nick, why don't you go ahead and close the episode?
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been Idol Stand Nation. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join our Discord if you want to connect with us, get to know us a little bit better. And we will see you guys in the next episode.
All right. Bye.
Adios.
Bye.